Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl BritBrat TV here. Hope you guys are having a great day. As you guys can probably tell as you're watching this was recorded at a completely different time than the rest of the video, and that was mostly just because I was super uncomfortable with recording it the way that we were doing it. But this is my first ever YouTube video. We're doing a Q&A. And I'm super excited. I had a lot of fun filming this, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did. Make sure to leave a like, comment, all positive things, and let's get into it. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BritBrat. Today we're going to be doing our first ever YouTube video. Is going to be a live Q&A with the Lean Squad. All right, guys, so I'm going to start out with the questions that are revolved around streaming and my career. It's a really good question. I've been streaming for 3 years now. I went through a lot of name changes, as you guys know. I think the original thing that really brought me to streaming in the first place was my sister, honestly. She was streaming in the beginning, not nearly, obviously, to the extent that things have grown to now, but it was just her Xbox, her Elgato, and then just streaming Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies. I heavily started getting into gaming in Black Ops 3, so I think that that was the point where there was a decision that was made if I wanted to get into streaming, and the first thing I did was I got a laptop, and I thought that that laptop was going to be good enough to stream off of, and that I was going to be able to stream like everybody else, like Ninja and Tim the Tatman, and that my streams were going to be extremely high quality. I was like, yep, this is it. We're going to do it. I got my Elgato. I hooked everything up, and then I realized that you actually need a good gaming PC and that you can't stream off of an Asus $500 laptop. It did its job for a while, but yeah, I think that the main inspiration of everything was my sister, Black Ops 3 Zombies, and Call of Duty. To be honest, I'm like that's a really good question, but it's also a really broad question because I don't even think I fully know what the next step in my career is until I make it. Like full time. I had set a goal where, you know, I wasn't going to go full time until I was maintaining 1,000 subs, and obviously, as you guys know, we reached 1,500 members of the Lean Squad at one point as an affiliated streamer. But all of these things are just made, like the decisions are just made. I just jump into them. Back in May, I made the decision to leave my job at Costco, which you guys know about, to pursue full time. It ended up being the best decision I ever made. And then as time goes on, you know, we made the decision to go to YouTube, and here we are. Every decision is kind of just made, and then I see where it takes me, if that makes sense. I really like this question because there are so many things, but obviously, as a lot of you know, and I'm sure some of you guys even came from, I was in 2 of Mr. Beast's YouTube videos. Those 2 moments for me were extremely surreal. The first time, I had no idea, I'm not gonna lie, I had heard of Mr. Beast, I knew what his whole YouTube was about and what he was about, but I didn't actually know the magnitude of his situation, if that makes sense. I didn't know how much money he actually was going around donating to streamers, so I was super confused when he came in the first time. It was literally just, he was watching me and counting how many times I blinked, and I think for every blink he donated me $100, and it ended up being like, and because I was listening to Whit Lowry, he ended up donating me an extra like $300 just because. I think it was, he donated me $1,200. This happened, I want to say a year and a half or so ago. And then a year ago, on literally to the day on Halloween, he came in and he asked me rock, paper, scissors. It was YouTube versus Twitch. And he asked somebody on YouTube the same question. And then I had won. I don't remember what I had picked, but he donated me $3,000 just for guessing the right answer. That video alone gave me so much exposure. I had so many people coming in like, hey, saw your video. And then I thanked him and he ended up retweeting it or something like that. And I had averaged like 150 viewers that day just because Mr. Beast had retweeted it, and it was really cool. I think though that those 2 moments were awesome, but the most extreme moment for me was when I had reached 1,500 subs, because being an affiliated streamer and reaching that number, some people who are partnered don't even see that. it just shows the magnitude of the Lean Squad and the support that I have behind me, and how much and many of these people are willing to see me succeed. It's unbelievable. And I think that's a very, like, I got a lot of very like stock questions about me and my career and all that stuff. So that question to me, I was like, oh, gotta answer it, because it's obviously one of the biggest running jokes in my stream. To be honest with you, I have no idea where that joke came from. I don't know if, I don't know. I don't recall a time when, I think it all started because of the whole, I was using the fidget spinner on my toe, I want to say, and like I just kept showing my feet on stream, and then it obviously turned into this running joke of Brit loves feet, Brit Red Sox big cock, saying, oh, Brit's staring at my feet when we first met, and all that stuff. So I think that that's probably where it all began, and then it just blew up into what it is now. Most of you guys already know this, but it is peach iced tea. 9 times out of 10 when I'm drinking G Fuel, that's what I'm drinking. Use code BritBrat, by the way. Speaking of which, I think I'm getting a little thirsty here. Oh God, it almost hit me in the face. I guess it would be salty for sure. I tend to go for salty snacks. I know there's gonna be a comment made, so we're just gonna get it out there. Ha ha ha, funny, you guys. Flamin' Hot Cheetos. No, I'm just kidding. For those of you that don't know, I had a little bit of an incident with Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I was very, very addicted. I was eating family-sized bags, and I didn't realize that that can do some really bad trauma to your body. If you didn't already know it, look it up. Trust me, you'll be scarred. That personally happened to me. I texted my mom thinking that I had to go to the hospital because I thought I was pooping blood. So just get that out there for most of you that didn't know that story. You guys probably did, because I always tell it on stream. There's that. I really like the sweet chili Doritos, and I don't know what else. I like Pringles a lot too. I feel like that'd be another one of my go-tos. My favorite subject in high school, or in school, I guess that would lead to this question, would be, I had that inspiring teacher in art. As weird as that sounds, I think art was probably my favorite subject growing up. That, and I always liked English a lot, but I definitely think that it would have been art for me. Originally, when I was younger, I always wanted to be a chef. That was when I was very young, like 12 or 13, and then going on and moving up through high school, I actually had a really inspiring teacher that made me want to educate. I had went to college for that, for those of you guys that didn't know. I took a break because I wasn't sure if that was what I wanted to do, and since then I've kind of been in limbo as far as that stuff goes, because streaming is something I'm extremely passionate about. That's kind of the route that I took as far as what I wanted to be when I grew up and all those things. Honestly, I haven't eaten anything too bizarre, like really out there. Like lamb is absolutely disgusting. I think I'd have to go with lamb, because that was like the most bizarre thing that's like unlike me to eat, because I really don't eat red meat too often. I try to stick away from meat as much as I can in general, but lamb was definitely up there. Feet pics, obviously. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really have any too many guilty pleasures, I guess. Sneakers, I like sneakers a lot. That's something that's, I guess, I don't really like sharing too much, because, you know, obviously sneaker collections can be a little bit expensive if you really get into it. Yeah, I guess sneakers. I like that whole hype beast side of things. I feel like that's something I don't really share with everybody all too often, especially being a female. That's something that's kind of like, oh, you really like sneakers. Like, it's just different, you know? Yeah, I guess that would really be it. I can't think of anything too specific. You guys know I love caffeine. I love my coffee. It's definitely a guilty pleasure of mine. Porn. Had to put that out there, you know. Anime yitties.
Use code BRIT for 50% off Adam and Eve.
I love Star Wars. That's definitely probably one of my favorites. The whole saga is phenomenal. But if we're depicting one individual movie that I would say is probably a movie I could go back and watch over and over again, it would have to be Interstellar. That movie's great. Interstellar is better than Inception. I don't care what anybody says. Not playing into that debate. But yeah, so Inception, if you guys haven't seen it, it's one of those movies that really messes with your head, that you're just like the whole time you're like, what is going on? And then at the end you're like, oh, but wait, what is going on still? And then Star Wars, that would have to be my 2. I don't know, like I tend to be, the thing about me, and you guys probably, you know, from watching me, I'm not sure if you're able to depict the type of person I am or not, is that I can be extremely like caring, and like I overthink a lot of stuff. So I feel like when somebody else isn't able to like be understanding of that can be a pet peeve for me, as well as if somebody isn't. This is like a complete opposite answer to that question, but I'm extremely neat, so if somebody else isn't, that bothers me a lot. I just, you know, if you're not clean and you're leaving stuff everywhere and all that bothers me. And just having an overall negative attitude, negative toxic energy, that's something that's just, like being in such an important part of my life right now and wanting to develop in a healthy way, I don't want to surround myself with people that aren't going to reciprocate that positive energy and aren't striving to better themselves. So that can be a big pet peeve for me as well. I want to surround myself with the same energy that I'm exerting, you know? So it's funny, you guys know I am always going to Starbucks. Like Starbucks is my go-to, but when it comes to pumpkin spice lattes, I'm sorry for every basic white girl out there, Dunkin' is superior. I don't care what anybody says, but Starbucks always over Dunkin', except for pumpkin spice lattes. So except for the fall, I'm going Dunkin'. Come on guys, you already know. I have one dance move and one dance move only. Respect the drip, Karen. My elbow. This is the only one that I can do. So I've done a lot of traveling this year. I got to see Cali, which was really cool. That was definitely something that was up there for me. I'm really, really, really into traveling. There's a lot of places that I want to experience. Colorado is up there. I would love to go to Colorado. Absolutely love that. That's definitely high on that list. Just the typical answers, I guess. I would love to go skydiving. That'd be really, really awesome. I guess my biggest bucket list item right now would be to be partnered on Twitch. I really want it, and I know that that's more of like a how much work can you put in until you get there, but that's it for me. That's all I'm focused on right now as far as goals and aspirations go and things like that. That's, as you guys know, that's my main focus, is to do that and to be successful at streaming. Hi Rob, by the way, Party 5000. I like this question a lot, and I don't know if you mean in general or as far as content creators go, but I'm gonna kind of answer both sides of that. If I'm answering content creators, people I'm always looking at that I'm just like, yep, their content is amazing. Obviously being a female, Pokimane, she's up there. She's phenomenal at her craft. I don't care what anybody says. Pokimane is the female streamer to beat right now, to beat, whatever, however you want to word it. She's absolutely amazing. As far as actual people in my life go, I don't know. I don't think I have anybody in particular that I'm looking up to as far as family members, friends, or anything like that. I think that I'm kind of just doing my own thing and pushing myself forward. There's nobody that I aspire to really be. It's kind of just like, I want to be the best version of myself. Obviously I'm going to take bits and pieces from other people that I see being successful, but I want to be successful in my own way. You know what I mean? Like, it's really awesome to see that Pokimane has grown this amazing Poke Squad and that she's done all these great things, and Tim the Tap Man has done all these great things, but they've done all these great things just because they stood out from everybody else. If I mimicked every move that Pokimane made, then I probably wouldn't be as famous as her, because it's already been done, you know? Just like Nick Merckx, he has his the M fam. We have the Lean Squad, so that's kind of how I look at things, is that I'm just, I'm trying my best to stand out from everybody else. Retro had asked me a question that he worded kind of poorly, but the question itself, I understood where it was coming from, and I want to touch on it, seeing as obviously I bring it up in stream, and I've always been extremely open about my sexuality and the fact that I am bisexual, and that's something that I want my community to accept. He had asked me like what had made me realize I think that's what he was getting at. But to be honest with you, for me, it's always been about somebody's personality. So I don't think that I actually knew until it happened, if that makes sense. Like, I don't recall a point where I was like, like, this is, like I said, it only happened because I realized it, because I was interested in somebody of the same sex as me. And then I realized, well, this is obviously a possibility, because before that I had been in a 5-year relationship with a man, so it was a change of pace for me. But also I want to touch on the fact that, like I said, I've always been extremely open about it with my community, and it's something that I never ever don't want to be transparent about. I like the fact that it's like a judgment-free zone, and I don't necessarily feel like there's a gap being a female content creator and being bisexual. I feel like I would be lying if I said I felt some type of gap between somebody who isn't and is bisexual, if that makes sense. So for me, it's always been extremely important in making sure that everybody in my community is extremely comfortable coming into my channel with whoever they are, and knowing that everybody in my community is going to accept them for that, and they can be open about it, and we can talk about things, and it's not just going to be the elephant in the room and a subject that nobody wants to talk about, if that makes sense. I really enjoy that, and I appreciate that Retro asked that. I know that, like I said, it wasn't asked in the best of ways, but I understood the question that you were asking and why you asked it, because for other people it might not be so easy. Not everybody has such a forgiving community, or such forgiving parents, or such forgiving friends. Like, everybody has a struggle story of how they came out, or not even just that, as far as relationships go, or anything in life. So I just wanted to make it apparent that, if it wasn't already, that everybody in the Lean Squad, even if you're not in the Lean Squad and you're looking for a home or somebody to vent to or talk to, we have that in our community, and you can come in there, and it might not be me. You might want to talk to a mod, you might want to talk to a friend, whatever the case. Know that you have that there, and that I'm always going to support that stuff. This might not be something it might be something that's obvious. I'm not really too sure, but I feel like I come across very tough. Like, obviously I get a lot of the times that I have a good personality, whatever the case may be, that people really like coming in my stream because I'm genuine, or whatever everybody says. The reason is that they support me and my growth. I've also heard that, I come across as somebody who's extremely tough, and they could take a lot. And to be honest with you, that's not the case at all. Like, I'm extremely sensitive. So a lot of the times when you guys are messing with me over and over and over again for like 10, 20 minutes, it starts to bother me, and I'm just like, well, whatever. I have a really bad tendency of just letting things build up until I can't anymore, if that makes sense. I think the whole thing is very interesting, that COD is, can't think of the word, oh my god. Franchising, there we go. I think the whole idea of franchising is extremely interesting, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. But right now I haven't developed an extreme opinion on anything, obviously, because it's still very early into the game. But I think as far as teams go, I'm always going to support Dallas, Empire. I love Clay, so there's that. I really want to see New York do well because I'm for Jersey, so that's I think New York is going to be my top team, and just mostly because of the area, and I love the attached Zuma duo and the fact that they're finally back together, and I love the colors and everything about the team. So Dallas, subliners, and then I want to see Atlanta FaZe do well just because it's so many underdog players, but I'd have to say those are the top 2 teams I'm going for. I'm going for subliners, I'm going for Empire. Raise. I think that that's good enough there. Honestly, I was looking for a name for the community, and everyone would always say to me, you lean a lot when you play, which is very true. I don't know how often you guys notice it, but I'm always leaning hard to the left. Whenever I'm playing PS4, I'm leaning. Like it's really bad. So that's the lean squad. I think it's kind of self-explanatory there, and it kind of just stuck. I intended to make a better name, and now it's there, and I'm just like, well, this is the name of the community, and it's stuck, and that's that. Hey, what's up everybody? BritBrat here. Today we're going to be doing our first ever YouTube video, which is going to consist of me rating everybody in the lean squad's feet pics. Hey, what's up guys? Please stop laughing. That was your fault, dumb bitch.
I can't with the... Okay. Let me sit on.
Hey guys, it's BritBrat, and today I'm going to be doing a... Hey, what's up everybody? BritBrat. How you guys doing? I want to give myself one. I just want to say thank you guys again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to be doing a lot more YouTube videos. That was just the first of many to come. Give me some ideas for the next, what you guys want to see. I had a couple of ideas out there. We're going to do like a weird candy tasting with my sister and maybe some other things. Like I said, leave a comment on something you guys might want to see. Thumbs up. And thank you guys again for giving me this idea. I really appreciate it. Much love, as always, to the Lean Squad. You guys are absolutely amazing. And let's kill it, baby.